Well, hello, Namaskar. Thank you for joining. My name is Brian. I'm honored to share my practice with you today. And before we get started, if you'd like to use a block or any props for the class, feel free. I'm sitting on the block. We're going to start in a comfortable seated shape. I want us to drop in today with some bees breath. It is a beautiful way to create a little space to go ahead and go into that parasympathetic nervous system. It's super easy. You just take the tongue to the roof of the mouth, and as you exhale, you hum out, so really allowing that vibration to start at the base of the tummy, to rise towards the heart, and to come out of that third eye area as you make that beautiful hum. You can even take the tongue towards that soft part in the back of the throat, and so you want to go ahead and drop in, take a big cleansing breath, inhale, big open swaha, exhale. Go ahead and allow your tongue to come to the roof of the mouth. We'll drop into a couple together, big breath in, and humming it out. Feel free to close your eyes if you like and just allow your gaze to go towards that eyebrow center. Not rushing the breath, just feeling that vibration, that tickle at the nose. If you like, there is a mudra for this. It includes covering the eyes and parts of the face, but really I find the most amount of benefit by just closing the ears. So obviously if you fully shut off your sense of sound, you'll increase that vibration. You may not hear me, that's okay. Let's just allow yourself to explore your breath technique, just taking a few breaths here, listening to that beautiful hum. A couple more times. Activating that vagus nerve, improving our digestion. With both a calming effect as well as an energizing, awakening. A couple more times. One more. Allow yourself just to linger here for the next 30, 45 seconds, just observing. Scanning your body, observing if there's already a small little shift. Maybe things feel a little softer. Maybe that glow from within feels a little brighter. This is a beautiful technique I use at the grocery store when I'm driving in large crowds. Maybe not with the mudra, but at least the humming sensation, it just allows me to calm my mind when I might feel a little overstimulated or a little overwhelmed. So if you'd like to, bring your eyes slowly, starting to open them. And then when you're ready, start to drop into the practice. We'll remain in this seated shape. We'll allow the palms to face down. We'll allow the crown of the head to find length. And imagine holding an apple under your throat. So you lock it in as you sit back a little taller. Find a big, spacious inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring that left shoulder over towards the right knee as you slowly start to hinge forward. Feeling the shoulders melting away from the ears, engaging the core, starting to circle, maybe going slowly, feeling your exhale as you lower and riding that fresh prana on the way up. And breathing through your nose with Ujjayi breath is in your practice. Feel free to have that little constriction to hear that audible sound of your breath, allowing that sound to guide you throughout the practice. If you circle a couple times in one direction, pause at the top, big breath in, open mouth, exhale. Beautiful yogis. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose, sit up tall, lock in that jaw. Everything is nice and aligned. And then slowly we'll take the right shoulder over towards the left side. These Kundalini circles are a great warm-up if you have a practice that includes a lot of twists. Maybe you're feeling the posterior chain starting to engage. You're feeling this along the backside of the ribs. Just closing your eyes and allowing yourself to feel that sensation, moving a couple times, starting to awaken that Kundalini, drop the sides at the base of the tailbone, and starts to bring enlightenment as we open up that space within our Sushumna. That's the spinal column in the energetic sense. Tall at the crown of the head, big breath in, and then spacious exhale. When you're ready, allow yourself to bring the hands to the sides with the palms facing out, the shoulders away from the ears. And your next inhale will slowly allow the hands to lift. The gaze will follow. As the hands come together, really feel yourself pressing into the palms. The gaze is focused on that space between the wrists and the palms, that part of the midline. Maybe allow yourself a little lift in the heart towards the sky as you take a big breath in, a little baby back bend. And then as you exhale, we'll bring that left hand over towards the right knee. The right hand will come behind you. As you find length in the crown of the head, big breath in. As you exhale, bring the left wrist towards the front and the right wrist back. You can check that you're not dumping all of your weight into that hand, or you can float it into a nice mudra on the right side, engaging that right lat, finding length in the crown with each inhale, a little more depth in the twist as you exhale. Maybe you shift the gaze over towards the right a little more, observing if that opens up a little more range of motion. Big breath in. As you exhale, squeeze the core. Now the gaze is going to follow that mudra. We'll slowly, dramatically allow it to rise. On the inhale, it starts to bring the right hand over towards the left knee. Once it gets there, the palms are down. Then we'll allow ourselves to bring the forearms together, setting up for a nice eagle arm variation. Feel free to find both binds, or if you like, you can just bring the forearms together. When you get there, engage the core, allow the forearms and the gaze to lift towards the sky, big breath in. And then slowly, as you exhale, the left arm is going to come towards that right knee. We'll slowly start to hinge forward for another round of nice, slow Kundalini circles. Maybe you feel this differently. Maybe you go a little slower. Perhaps you engage that deep part of the core by imagining a hissing sound. You really feel that core engagement. Circling a couple times. Feel free at any time. Close your eyes. Just take your practice solely from the inside. Once you get up tall on your next inhale, release the arms, a nice big spacious expansion as the arms come to the side. Sit up tall and kind of the head, maybe the gaze lift, big breath in. And then as you exhale, allow the arms to come inward. Give yourself a nice hug as you clasp the arms to the shoulders, move the shoulders away from the ears. Take a moment here, add a little sensory stimulation, maybe give yourself a little neck massage. Maybe allow the hands to come down to the forearms, the elbows, just pulsating, squeezing, exploring the body like it's the very first time you've ever found these spaces. Down to the hands, nice little sensory tugs and pulls. And when you're ready, slowly allow ourselves to come back to where we started. We're going to do all that on the other side. So find length in the crown of the head, core is engaged, big breath in. The The hands come to the sides with the palms facing out. As you exhale, feel the sit bones press into the earth, allowing a little more lift in the ground of the head, and then slowly allow the gaze to lift, the hands to float towards the sky as the palms are there. Feel the engagement as you press into the arms, even the shoulders, the lats, everything starting to warm up. Inhale, nice back bend. And as you exhale, that right arm comes to the outside of the left knee, the left hand comes back, the gaze lifts. As the core is engaged, we find a little deeper twist as we exhale. Finding that mudra, shifting your drishti towards the back of the room, observing that where the eyes go, the torso follows. Always engaging the core to protect the spine. Big breath in. A little deeper twist as you exhale. Focusing your gaze towards the fingertips will slowly, dramatically allow that left hand to float over across the body. Once the hand reaches the right thigh, we'll then sit up tall, finding that eagle arm variation. Finding whatever bind is right for you. Most importantly, find the length in the crown of the head, core is engaged. Allow your eagle arms to float towards the sky as you take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, the right shoulder and then start to get heavy towards that left thigh as you slowly hinge forward. Making this a little moving meditation of its own, really feeling all the sensations. Giving yourself permission to be free from any expectation of how your class should feel or how your last class felt, just living in the present moment. Also, giving yourself permission to focus more as there may be sound distractions in your space or in my space. Just allow those items to increase your concentration, increase your focus within. On your next inhale, as you come upright, allow the arms to spread out wide. The gaze lifts, a little back bend. And then this time as you pull it in for that hug, switch the arms, allow whichever arm was on bottom to now be on top. Give yourself that nice hug, feel it. Sometimes it feels like a stranger because we're just not so used to that default switching around. And this time give yourself that nice massage. Maybe you want to take it a little lower in the lats, the arms, the torso. Whenever you're ready, shake it all out. If you're on a block, we'll remove the block. We'll allow ourselves to lower down to the mat. We're going to find ourselves setting up for a bridge. So once you get to the mat, allow the feet to walk the heels towards the glutes. You can reach down and touch the heels if you like with your hand. Really take a moment here. The low back finds the earth and just energetically feel all the four corners of the feet. Feel behind the pinky toe, behind the big toe, the back side of the heels. Maybe you engage the back of the heels without moving the legs, starting to feel them pulling towards the glutes. Now the thighs are engaged, everything's starting to come online. Really feeling that energetic presence of the lower body. If you like to go into a couple bridges, you will allow yourself to press into the feet as the hips start to rise, the glutes are engaged. Once you find that lift, feel free to walk your shoulders in together. Maybe you find Kali Mudra underneath by bringing the fingers into a pointed gun shape. Allow yourself to feel the shoulders press into the earth, the feet press into the earth as well, finding a little more lift in the bridge. Take a big breath in. Feel free to lower down as you exhale if you'd like, resetting, or you can stay here, really dialing in a little more heat at any time. If you want to engage and level up, you can allow the right foot to lift the heel off the ground. Maybe perhaps you allow the right leg to lift. You extend the foot, and you feel free to flex and point the toe or make little ankle circles. Or maybe you want to pulse it out by engaging that left hip as you add a little more effort, so pointing that toe towards the sky. Big breath in. Slowly as you exhale, allow that right foot to come back down to the earth. Keeping whatever arm variation you like, maybe release the hands, pressing into the earth, allowing that left foot to float high. Feel free to
point the toe, make little ankle circles here, just always feeling your breath. Maybe the body's starting to warm up a little bit. You want to make those little pulses with the right thigh and leg, really just starting to engage the body in the lower half. Bringing that left leg down, then lowering to the earth. Pause for a moment, closing your eyes. Big breath in. Spacious exhale. We're going to go from here to some dead bugs. So allow the arms to find buoyancy, then pull the arms back into the shoulder sockets, engage the core, then allow the legs to float up with the knees bent. We'll take a few moments here in this reverse tabletop to set up. Focusing on your breath, on your next inhale, allow the right arm and the left leg to move away from each other. Feel that expansion. And then as you exhale, bring everything back to center. We'll do that on the other side. On this inhale, left hand, right leg move away. Really feeling that across the body, engaging the core. As you exhale, come back to center. Moving a couple times with your own breath, moving really slowly with control. The core is engaged, the bug is dead, so he's not moving very fast. Maybe imagine resistance bands or moving through honey, really feeling the thigh squeeze to the bone. One more time each side. Inhale, the foot and the hand move away from each other. Exhale, everything comes back to the core. One more time, left hand, right foot move away. And now this time when we come to the core, we're going to switch up the breathing technique so that we can engage the diaphragm. So we'll take a big breath in while we're here stationary. And then this time as we exhale, we'll allow the right hand and the left foot to move away. Really feel that low back area starting to find more space on the ground as we start to sensate the diaphragm, coming back to center. Inhale, and then slowly as we exhale, squeezing out all that old air, the left hand and the right foot move away from each other. Moving a couple times with your breath. Inhale, coming to center. Exhale, finding that length, extension across the body. Observing if the body starting to make any little wobbles or shakes. One more time. Big, deep exhale, squeezing out all that old air, really focusing on that lower core area. Back to center, balancing out. Left hand, right foot move away. Slowly come back to center. When you get there, give yourself a nice big yogi hug by pulling the knees into the chest. Maybe you rock from side to side. Feel that low back, find the earth. However you want to get there, we're going to meet in tabletop. If you want to rock and roll, you would scoop out the belly as you start to add a little bit of movement in the spine. Feel free to roll right in there. Or if you want to just go to the side and allow yourself to pull up into tabletop, taking your time. Once we get there, the knees are under the hips, really pressing into the earth beneath you. Starting in the hands, really feeling the tense of the fingers. Everything starting to engage. The forearms have eyes that shine towards the front of the mat. Feel free to tuck the toes or leave them untucked, but more importantly, feel the thighs pulling themselves towards the wrists so you start to build a little heat. Lengthen the crown of the head. Maybe imagine the triceps are pulling upward towards the underarms. And if you like, you can go through some cat-cows by tilting the pelvis forward, allowing the gaze to lift as well as the heart. And then starting to tuck the tail, starting that movement at the base of the spine. You stay here for a full breath and you feel the ribs expand along the backside of the body. Shoulders are starting to round and pressing so actively into the earth. Then coming back to a neutral tabletop, feel free to move through a couple at your own. Like to do barrel rolls, make any other shapes, like hip circles. Just know that you can customize this practice for what's right for you. Anytime you want to go into more advanced shape, just listening to your body and
as well as if you are newer to the practice, you'll probably really appreciate my style. And when you're ready, we'll allow ourselves to exit the tabletop by tucking the toes, allow our hips to rise on a nice inhale, coming back into a down dog. Once you're there, bend the knees, slowly, one at a time, wagging the dog. Really feel the underarms and turn and rotate towards the heart. As the core is engaged, find a little more lift in the hips. Big breath in. And then slowly find a little stillness. You can have a nice bend in the knees. The heels don't have to touch the mat. Most importantly, feel an even amount of effort in the hands. Take a big breath in. Slowly, as you exhale, find a little more depth in the heels. Our next inhale, allow that right leg to lift. Three-legged dog, acapella, the heel is high, the thigh is squeezing towards the bone. Tilt the toe back toward the midline of the mat. Find a little more lift. Feel free to bend the knee and the hip, opening up, pointing the toe. If you want to flip the dog, you allow the toe to find length while it floats towards the left side of the mat. And then when it's nice and easy and accessible, just allow that rotation to continue. Once you're there, the feet are active, so is the left hand, as the heart shines towards the sky. Big breath in. Allow that right arm to reach out and extend behind you. Maybe you add little wrist circles to the right arm. Check that the right shoulder is back into the socket. And when you're ready to unwind, allow the right arm to float towards the sky. We'll slowly come back to that three-legged dog. Big breath in. Slowly as you exhale, bring the right thigh towards the chest. Squeeze everything here, starting to build a little heat in the core. Really feel yourself press into the earth. Shoulders are nice and active as well. See if you can pull the thigh to the chest a little bit more. And on your next inhale, reach that right leg behind you. And as you exhale, this time we're going to step it through. Allow ourselves to find us in a nice lunge. As you frame the foot with the hands, feel free to lower onto the back leg. Allow the left foot and the left heel to find the earth. You rise up, pulling the right thigh and the left thigh towards each other, the midline. Once you find stability, allow the heart to shine. Maybe the hands fly towards the sky. Anjalayasana. You have internal rotation of the hands, adding a little more lift. Maybe the gaze lifts as well. Big breath in. And feel that stability in the lower body. Duality, active in the lower body, light in the upper body. Allow the hands to lift towards the sky on the inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right side. We're going to allow the arms to airplane as the core is engaged. You can imagine that the arms are nice and even. You can flip the palms, carrying imaginary buckets of water. The gaze can be towards the back of the room if you like. You can challenge a little balance by adding a little exaltation, floating the left arm towards the sky. As the right arm comes behind, lower to the body, maybe the gaze is also towards right arm. And if you would like to go through a little nerve floss from this exalted warrior, you can bring your left hand towards the left ear. Maybe imagine that you were showing someone your earrings. Allow that left elbow to get a little more length towards the sky, and then slowly allow that right ear to get a little heavier, moving away, then allowing the nose to rotate towards that left foot. You can add little yeses and nos with the head, or you make movements with your lower row of teeth, a little underbite. Doesn't take much here. Maybe you're feeling some tingles in the small parts of the fingers. We'll slowly unwind by engaging the core, bringing the head upright, coming back into that nice twist. Big breath in. Squeeze the core, twist a little deeper as you exhale. On your next inhale, swoop the arms towards the sky. We're going to open up that twist now towards the other side, nice and spacious towards the left. Check that the hands are nice and even and balanced.
Flip the palms as well, resetting the shoulders. Most importantly, engaging the core. Maybe this drishti now shifts to the back of the room, open up a little more space. Next inhale, float the arms towards the sky. As you exhale, we'll find our hands in gratitude. We're going to bring that left arm to the outside of the right thigh. Finding a nice deep twist, pressing the palms together. When you're ready, we'll engage that left heel, tucking the toes, and squeezing that left thigh. Imagine that there was a brick on the bottom of it, and hold the weightiness of the brick as you press through that back heel towards the back of the room. Deepen the twist. Big breath in. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to unwind, allow the arms to go towards the front of the room. Really lock it in here for this nice high lunge. Feel free to put a little movement in the shoulders. As you lift and lower the shoulders, maybe the gaze find the drishti. I like to call this lightning bolt. We start to rock front to back towards our mat. We're finding that movement in the hips and the heels. Engaging the core. Whenever you're ready in your next inhale, pressing into that right thigh, allow yourself to find balance, lifting that left knee with the left leg bent. Focusing all your concentration here. Find your breath. Squeezing the right thigh to the bone, grounding into that right foot. If you want to explore a couple of shapes with pada, feel free. You're going to engage the core, find length in the crown as you slowly start to lift the left leg towards you. Maybe you hook underneath the left foot. If you're ready to extend out, sitting back a little bit in the hips as you allow that left foot to float towards the front of the room. Maybe the right hand forms a little mudra, having a little more lift and balance. Feel free to stay here. If you'd like to open up, add a little rotation of the left thigh outward. Allow yourself to embrace each and every wobble. That's growth. Building concentration, focus, and strength. Slowly coming back to center. Then we're going to rotate the left heel as it crosses over the right thigh. Hands can find Hakini Mudra if you like, which is just fingertips touching as you sit back in the right hip. Finding yourself into a nice bonsai. If you want here, you can add ankle circles with the left foot. Squeeze the core. Maybe add little pulses with the right thigh. Just allow yourself to explore the shape with curiosity. And when you're ready to exit, we'll slowly allow the left leg to lift. The core is engaged. Big breath in. As you exhale, the left foot will float behind you, pressing to the heel. The hands follow as well, allowing you to find a nice warrior three. Engaging the core, feeling that upward lift, allowing the shoulders to melt away from the ears. The heart shines forward as if you were in a chaturanga. A little natural lift, the gaze is following. Big breath in. Slowly as you exhale, bringing that left leg behind you now towards the right side, setting up for a little Shiva squat. So the hands can come back to Hakini. Maybe you sit back a little bit in the hips, allowing that left toe to point towards the right. Once you get there, if you want to add a twist, you can twist towards the left side. Once you find that stillness, that full max of the shape, slowly starting to unwind. Inhale, come to center. As we exhale, we'll frame the right foot, the left foot will step back. Now the right foot steps back, three-legged dog, Akapada. It lowers down to down dog. We'll slowly cycle through a nice little chaturanga or 8-point touch, whatever is right for you. Slowly coming up to center, allowing the heart to shine. Little cobra or up dog. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, allowing ourselves to find a nice down dog. Once you're here, big breath in. Feel the lift in the hips and the heels. Exhale. Beautiful, yogis. Let's do all that on the other side. On your next inhale, allow that left leg to fly behind you. Three-legged dog. Press that heel away. Imagine pressing the back of the room away from you. See if you can lift the heel a little higher. The top of the toe points down. The underarms are nice and internally rotating towards the heart. Big breath in. And then bend the knee, point the toe, bend the hip, starting to set up for flipping your dog. Feeling that lightness, that buoyancy, calling your name as you slowly rotate. The feet are active, the right hand is active, the heart is shining towards the sky. Big breath in. Pull that left shoulder back into the socket, pausing here. If you'd like to make those wrist circles here, feel free to shape shift, explore. Most importantly, observing the quality of your breath. And when you're ready to unwind, imagine angels are pulling that hand towards the sky as you slowly start to come around. Here, we'll go from Akapada. Inhale, reach that leg away from you. Exhale, squeeze the thigh towards the chest. Pausing here, feel the core engage. Actively pressing into the shoulders. See if you can bring the thigh a little bit closer to the belly. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, that leg goes behind you. As you exhale, step it through. Framing the feet, the right leg and the right knee then lower, allowing you to find that nice low lunge, rising up. Big breath in. Feel that lower body nice and stable as you exhale. Gaze is going to lift in the inhale, hands fly high. And then as you exhale, we'll find that twist taking us over towards the left side, arms airplane out. Sit back a little bit in the hips, find that length. Imagine that the head is stacked over the heart over the root. As the gaze starts to shift towards the back of the room, with challenging balance moving very slowly, you can start to exalt that right arm towards the sky as the left hand comes back towards the right calf muscle. Once you feel that exaltation, you feel nice and stable. If you want, you can bend that right elbow coming towards the right ear. And then if you want a little nerve floss, you can allow the left ear to get heavy. Maybe the nose even starts to twist towards the back of the space. You can add little yeses and nos. It doesn't take much here. Just a little bit of movement, a little bit of effort. Focusing on that ulnar nerve. Maybe pivot in the head, yes and no. Make that little underbite. We'll slowly, safely exit, nice and easy. The arms are airplane, big breath in. Lock it into the lower body a little bit more as you exhale. Slowly on the next inhale, pull the arms towards the sky. As you exhale, we'll open up for that nice twist, that spacious, unrestricted breath. Feeling the hips still facing the front of the mat. Big breath in. Rounding into the lower body as you exhale. Your next inhale, the hands come back to center. They form gratitude. Now we're going to start to twist the right arm over towards the left thigh. The hands are actively pressing in together. You'll come onto that right thigh by tucking the feet, pressing into the heel, really feeling the thigh squeeze towards the bone. Imagine that break is now on the right thigh, actively pressing the lower body. Deepening your twist, bringing the right ribs towards the front of the mat as you exhale. Big breath in. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. On your next inhale, starting to unwind, the arms fly towards the front of the room. Find yourself in a nice high lunge. Feel free to lift and lower the shoulders here, or maybe make nice little shoulder circles. Allowing your gaze to find a drishti in front of you. Now we'll start to rock front to back. Really feeling that in the left thigh, the back of the right foot. Engaging the core whenever you're ready to take flight. Inhale, rounding into the left foot, bending the right knee as you exhale. Maybe the left hand presses into the right thigh to find stability. Pausing, really feeling the ground beneath you, active in the left leg. Want to explore some hot shapes, feel free to join me. You can always stay here. You can always open that right thigh out toward the side. If you like to go a little deeper, engage the core, lift the right leg towards you. Find that connection with the right big toe, then we're going to drop that right hip slightly as we sit back, extending the right leg out. If you find that left hand in a nice mudra, instantly makes you a little more spiritual. Or it just helps to offset the balance, starts to stimulate the brain, make you feel a little bit lighter. Feel free to open up that right leg to the side. Staying with your breath. Honoring your intention, your focus. Slowly come back to center. Now the right leg's going to bend as the crosses over the left leg. Hands find that Piti Mudra, sitting back to that balancing chair. Feel free here to add those ankle circles with the right foot. Or maybe even add little pulses on the left thigh. Engaging your core slowly when you're ready, allowing the right leg to get nice and light. And slowly when you're ready to kick that right foot behind you, the arms follow, setting up for a nice warrior three, focusing on your drishti, a space that's not moving. Slowly when you're ready, we'll set up for Hakini, bringing our hands together, punching the fingertips as the right thigh now bends, pointing the toe, bending back into that left thigh. Nice deep Shiva squat, big inhale. See if you can sink a little deeper as you exhale. Feel free to twist to the left or the right. Just embracing the wobbles, give yourself permission to fall out of the shape. No expectations, just feeling each feel. Slowly when you're ready, we'll frame the left foot, the right foot will step back. The left foot flies behind you, three-legged dog, Baddha. Then slowly comes back to down dog. Take a moment, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. From here, we'll reach to the hips and the heels. We'll slowly, as our gaze starts to come towards the front of the mat, we'll allow the feet to walk forward or float towards the front of the mat. When we're there, we'll rise up for a nice half lift. Shoulders pull away behind you, the core is engaged, big breath in. Slowly, as you exhale, find yourself in a nice forward fold. Pausing here. Starting to slow your breath down. Feel free to make yeses or nos. If you want to find ragdoll arms, connecting the hands. And if your natural inclination is to bring the hands outside the elbows, then allow me just to pull you out of the practice, just to show you a nice modification. Tucking the pinkies inside the elbow creases. Nice little trick. It allows a little more softness in the shoulders. And then allow yourself just to drop into that forward fold. Feeling that connection with the lungs and the thighs. You can have a big bend in the knees, or if you want more sensation, you can reach to the hips, tilt the pelvis forward. Allow the shoulders to melt away from the ears as the crown of the head finds more length and depth. Feel yourself slowing down the pace of thoughts. Pull forward. Pull our energy towards our own center of gravity. We calm the mind. Feel free to stay here and ragdoll arms if you want to have a modification. Maybe you bring the hands underneath the feet, a nice deeper stretch for gorilla. Inhale. Find a little more depth as you exhale. Putting a bend in the knees. Perhaps you bring your eyes to a nice closed position as the knees come forward. And then slowly open your eyes and staring at the knees, and then allow yourself to reach the heels as the knees move back. Once they get upright, closing the eyes, we'll do that again. Bend in the knees with the eyes closed. Maybe you shift your focus towards the other knee. As you open the eyes, start to lift the hips away from the body, really feeling that spaciousness that you're creating within your drishti. Do that again. Closing the eyes, bending the knees, they come towards the face. Gaze shifts towards the other knee as you open, lift the hips, move the knee away. Feel free to move through a couple of these on your own. Just feeling each sensation, focusing your concentration on that kneecap. And slowly, if you're in gorilla, allow yourself to bring your hands back to traditional forward fold. We'll pause here. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. We'll slowly root down to the feet. We'll engage the core. We'll rise up, coming all the way to a nice tall mountain. Once we get there, we'll pause for a moment. The eyes are closed. Really feel yourself nice and upright. Feel that prana current, top of the head, that lightness and buoyancy, and also that apana heaviness at the bottom of the feet. Feel free to join me for a nice home. It's completely optional. If you'd like to join me, take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale for home. Whenever you're ready, we'll slowly find ourselves into a nice tree. You can shift the weight over onto the left foot, the right foot will allow it to get a little bit lighter. Maybe that foot comes to the inside of the calf or the upper thigh, just as long as it's not on top of the knee. The core is engaged. You allow yourself to find stillness, find that drishti, really feeling the right foot press into the left calf. If you want to grow your branches, you can allow your branches to grow. Maybe make a little mudra as well. You can sway your branches from side to side or make wrist circles, or if you really want to challenge balance, you can close your eyes. Just feeling firmly rooted in the lower body, and lightness in the upper body. Big breath in. And as you exhale, allow the right foot to come down, shake out any wobbles, shift from side to side. And we'll slowly pivot to the right foot, actively pressing to that right toe. The left foot finds buoyancy. It connects with a nice little focal point on the inside of the calf or the thigh. The hands will fly up. Imagine that samasthiti, that all those points of mountain shape are here in this tree. I like to call it samasthiti tree. Core is engaged, tail is tucked, active in the lower body, even the jaw is aligned, holding that apple underneath, and a little more lift. Introducing those ankle wrist circles. So you can do ankle circles here too. If you wanted, just one foot. Closing your eyes if you like to get a little more balance, swaying your branches. Just finding stillness and movement all at the same time. Building your focus. Observing the quality of your breath. Beautiful. Slowly exiting. We're going to lower to the mat. We'll inhale, circle the arms up high. The gaze is going to follow. With a big bend in the knees, we'll lead with the heart. Fold forward. Core is engaged. Inhale, rise up for a half lift. We'll pull the shoulders away from the ears. The crown is reaching and extending. And as we exhale, we'll frame the feet. The right, left foot will step backwards. We'll allow ourselves to find our sit bones, coming into a comfortable seated shape. Once we're there, lowering to our mats, the hands come underneath the thighs, lowering one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll pull the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice yogi hug, pausing here for a moment. Feeling the low back, finding earth, as well as the shoulders, maybe rocking from side to side. And then go from here into a half happy baby. So the right foot is going to reach towards the sky. The hands can come towards the shins, just checking that, or the toe or the ankle. But just check that right shoulder comes back to the earth. And then allow that left foot to form half supine butterfly. The leg finds the earth and then it starts to get heavy and starts to fold towards the left as we can pause here. Maybe the left hand comes on towards the tummy and you feel the sensation of your breath. We'll be here for several cycles of breath. Just allow yourself to close your eyes and feel all the sensations, opening up that space of the psoas, the hips, the very, very deep shape. And slowing your breath down, taking deeper inhales, exhales. If you'd like to go through a guided breath, feel free to join me. We'll take a big breath in, squeeze out all that air as you exhale. And then inhaling to the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And now exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round, all on your own. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Pause at the bottom, 1 more second. Big breath in. Open up, exhale. Just allow yourself stay here. A couple cycles of breath. Feeling that heaviness in the left leg. Maybe that right knee comes a little bit closer towards the torso. Beautiful, yogis. Whenever you're ready, the left hand can guide the left knee back to being upright and bent. The right leg will come down, releasing, finding that comfortable shape where we were before. Just pause for a moment. Maybe the arms are nice and open. Just scan the body. You feel the right hip a little bit different than the left. The left leg a little different than the right. Whenever you're ready, let's do that again. Left leg is going to float up towards the sky. We'll find that half happy baby. The left hand can grab the right toe or the ankle or the shin. And then as that right leg gets heavy, it opens up towards the outer edge on the right side of the foot. The right hand can come towards the tummy or the heart, just feeling your deep inhales here. And here, if you'd like to go into any breath technique, I'll guide Durga breath, nice deep, slow inhale, starting first, sending that full spacious breath towards the bottom third of the core. And you feel the ribs start to expand on the left and the right side, and then even at the top of the heart, and just chest space, everything nice and light, and just pausing here, floating on the buoyancy of the breath. And slowly exhale, squeezing it all out. Do another couple rounds, inhaling, sending the breath towards that depth, the core, and the ribs, and the chest, and then continuing to fill up the lung capacity, really feel the lungs expand, pausing at the top. See if you can take in a couple more sips of air. And then we're going to allow the chest to flutter, so allow the heart to act like a bird cage, and it adds a little bit of expansion, and then slowly at a 2-second exhale, and pumping the chest, and another 2-second exhale. We'll pump and exhale, and slowly squeezing out all that old air. And taking one more final Durga breath, all on your own, whatever style you like. Using the breath to regulate the mind, Whenever you're ready, slowly we'll allow the right hand to guide the left knee back to being upright as the left foot comes back to the earth. Allow yourself to just open up, pausing for a moment, just seeing the body. Both sides feel a little more harmonious. Allow yourself now to set up for whatever inversion is right for you. If you like, you can allow the legs to fly towards the sky, just legs at the wall, or shoulder stand is in your practice. You can squeeze the core in. Allow yourself to find a nice support behind the low back. Walk the shoulders in towards the core, the torso. Allow the neck to have a little tilt, protecting that length. As you engage the core, reaching the toes towards the sky, you have that shoulder shelf, that tripod protecting you. You feel that length. When we invert, we flood the mind with fresh prana, really feeling that extension in the legs, feeling the stability of the shoulders. If you want to go into plow, engage the core a little more, allow the legs to come towards the face, slowly press into the backside of the calves. As you find that shape, really feel the thighs pull in towards the heart. Everything in the core is pulling towards the midline, the shoulders as well. You flex through the back of the heels. Imagine those bricks on the backside of the thigh, putting that link there, nice and engaged. Feeling your breath. Slowly, whatever shape you've taken, we'll start to exit, bringing the thighs towards the core, slowly exiting. Feel free to drop into supine butterfly with the legs falling, with the knees bent outward, full butterfly here. Maybe you expand the arms, maybe you put the block between the legs, between the feet, excuse me. Putting a block between the feet opens up a little more space for that low back. Feel free if there's any other shapes that are calling your name. To honor your practice, feel that expansive breath here, maybe even the hands connect overhead in the shape of a diamond. Feel that expansive inhale, that lightness. Whenever you're ready, we'll start to transition to our final resting shape. So the hands come out like a giant starfish. The feet also reach nice and wide, just taking up space. Once you're there, take a moment, spread the toes out wide. Maybe the shoulders walk down the back, allowing a little more lift in the heart as the jaw. That's a little lift as well. Starting to soften, scanning the temples, the eyebrow center, jaw, maybe the tongue falls towards the back of the throat. Observing if there's little tingles of energy across the body. So feel free to bring all of your awareness into your hands and start to clench the fingers into a nice balled up fist, really squeezing with intention. Feeling the nails, the bones, the cuticles, everything energetic. The arms are nice and active, putting all of your breath, all of your focus there. Big breath in. Squeeze even harder as you exhale. Give yourself permission, freedom from the need to control. As you take a big breath in. Now as you exhale, open the arms, really feel what it's like to let go. Feel the body getting softer. As you drift into your Shavasana, I will wake you up with sound in a few moments.
eyes closed. Allow yourself to come back to the room you're in, to your physical form. And keep your gaze towards that eyebrow center. Maybe you're observing little pops of color, or pixels, or shapes. Maybe you would describe it like looking at the nighttime sky, or maybe you don't see anything at all. It's completely okay. But use your next inhale to send a ripple effect throughout your body, really feeling yourself lying perfectly still in Shavasana and observe. Maybe you feel a little more in harmony. Maybe you feel a little more grounded. Just know that this feeling is your birthright. You created this sensation with your breath, with your movement, with your intention. And even though we're not in the same space together, there is energetic sharing, a vibration, and alignments. And when we practice together, we do open up that space, that samadhi. Profound meditation, that healing light that comes to us from another place that takes us coming to alignment on our own individual journeys, to share these moments together, to thank you for allowing me to lead you through this practice. We'll stay here in this nice Shavasana a little while longer. There's no rush. But just scan the body, feel yourself, the bones, everything nice and heavy. If you like to add a little bit of movement, maybe you rock ahead slightly to the left or to the right. And then maybe imagine that your nose is a paintbrush and you start to spell your name on the sky, just little movements, accessing that creativity, that lightness and buoyancy. You want to connect the thumbs to the index fingers and feel that softness, the middle fingers, the ring fingers, make little wrist circles or ankle circles. Maybe make a little full, expansive, good morning stretch by reaching the arms over the head, extending out through the feet on your next inhale, really feeling the body nice and awake, and then nice and heavy as you exhale. Then pull your knees into the chest, give yourself one more yogic hug, and whichever side is calling your name, allowing the thighs and the knees just to drift to that side. The right side scoops up a little more of that divine masculine, the left side, that divine feminine. Both reside within us at the same time. And just in this fetal shape, acknowledging the core shape is the death of the person who came to class. This is where the rebirth, the newness, and the practice really begins. And whichever hand can press into the earth, allow yourself to peel off the mat. We'll close our practice in a nice, comfortable seated shape towards the screen in front of the room. You can keep your eyes closed in whatever comfortable shape is right for you. And we'll finish with a little guided breath like we began. So just a 4-count box breath, completely optional if you'd like to join me. Big inhale through the nose. Open up, exhale. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the top. And slowly exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, fill up, feel that lightness, and then pause and float. As you exhale, feel that density, that aponic current, bring you back down, holding at the bottom of the breath. One more round. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in.
Swaha, exhale.
When you're ready, bring the hands to gratitude, allowing the thumbs to connect with the heart. We're pressing into the palms. The head bows towards the heart. Maybe you pause and find your heartbeat. That rhythm, that vibration that's unique to you. We'll close our practice with Yoga Sutra 1.33. And we would have kindness for those who are well, compassion for those who are unwell, gratitude when people behave with courage